Hello, today's video is going to be talking about the Black Country Games Fair, which was this past weekend, Sunday the 3rd of March 2024. A very warm welcome from me, Retro Bear, here in the Game Pantry, welcoming you to a review of that show, which was this past weekend on a rather cold and chilly Sunday. But it is March, it is what you expect, especially if you have a building which is old and decrepit. Well, I'd say it's decrepit and old. I don't know, maybe it is. It's like me, really, I suppose. Anyway, I hope you're all nice to see you back here again. And, yeah, so quite a bit to get through. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good few days since we last spoke. Yes, so we had the Black Country Games Fair. Fantastic little event run by the good fellows from Hidden Chest Gaming, Ant and Dana, who we've always seen a few videos in Liverpool already about this. I've mentioned many times. What a fantastic job they've done with this event. I mean, to start from, you know, an idea 12 months ago to do this, maybe even going back gestation period longer than that. You just wake up one morning and say, I'm going to run an event. I obviously thought about it for some time. The one in February last year was a really big success. The one in September wasn't as busy, but, you know, no one died, you know what I mean? I think there was, you know, comments made which perhaps were taken a little bit out of context, which seemed a little unfair at the time. But, you know, as they both do, if you know Dana and Ant like we do, brush themselves off, pick themselves up, carry on, do it again. And lo and behold, they put on a great event this weekend, and it was really busy. It was really busy. It was nice. It was a nice surprise. I know it was busy because I didn't sit down. I think I was on my feet from 7 o'clock Sunday morning until we sat in the car to go again just after 3 o'clock. It was absolutely manic. It really was. And if you turned up, and I've not mentioned you because obviously I don't know you, thank you for supporting the event, because if it wasn't for people like you turning out on a cold, frosty March Sunday morning, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this. You'd be watching some more sports games being played. But yeah, the fabulous, really fabulous event. The early bird sold out in advance of the event. I think it was a great, and it was just a wave of people. So we had a wave of people coming to start with, and then 11 o'clock came the free entries, another wave of people coming, and then another wave of people came in after 12, and then it sort of died off a bit by 1:30. It was literally the traders and the few stragglers who'd been there all day talking to each other, and that's when we decided that you know, maybe it was starting to start packing up, and that takes time. But yeah, it was just a really good day, Great to meet so many people. Met some new people, that's always good. Caught up with some old friends, some I haven't seen for some time. Yeah, it was really good, really good day. Mrs. Bear had a stall there. She did fantastically well. So she's really pleased with how it all went. Lots of inquiries, as always. People who kept dropping stuff in for her. My goodness me, the amount of people. In fact, I just thought of somebody. I've got a list of people I remember seeing who dropped stuff off or who were there. The amount, I think we're talking about 8 or 9. There's somebody else I've just thought of as well. I think everybody else has forgotten them. Hang on. You can tell she's done on the fly, can't you? Yeah, but there are so many people. I mean, she took in 8 or 9 repairs that day. People said they were bringing stuff in for her. It was just amazing. Lots of inquiries. The little plastic bears, which you've got those, they were flying off the front of the store. People taking them, help yourself to a bear, and all the 3D printing she's done, which has run my electricity bill up goodness knows how much. That sold really well. Little, you know, James, if you've seen James Retro Import Gamers video, got a couple of things he's picked up there, particularly the Atari 2600 cartridge cleaner, which, given the popularity of the 2600 at the moment, you know, you need one of those. If you've got the original cartridges, you need one of them. And yeah, she sold a couple of bits as well. Sold a Game Gear and an Atari 2600. Ironically, I said to her, we were sorting it all out on the Saturday. I said, well, that'll go. And lo and behold, it did. And she got a repair out of it because he bought something else from Ant, and he wants that doing. So, yeah, so thank you for so much. Everybody came and supported Claire on Sunday. It really was wonderful. I'm just there now as I think somebody described it as eye candy. I think you're probably slightly wrong on that one. I think I'm just there to keep an eye on everything else while she does all the business. It's funny when people come and talk to you. They start talking to me, And again, thank you to everybody who came up and said, "Oh yes, I've watched the channel and all this business. It's great. That's fantastic. Thank you so much for that." A couple of people come up and start talking to me about the repairs. Think I do them. I don't do the repairs. I want to clarify this. I don't do the repairs. I did one video where I did some soldering. That's the only thing I've ever done. It's entirely down. Everything that was on that table on that day had been done by Claire, had been repaired, had been modded, had she, done the 3D printing and whatever. She put the tablecloth on the table. She organised everything. It's entirely her thing. I'm there to support her because that's what she does. So yes, by all means, come and talk to me about repairs. But honestly, I will not have a clue what you're talking about. And the amount of times I had to stand there and say, yeah, well, I don't do the repairs, but if you want to speak to repairs, speak to the gaffer. She'll be with you in a second. I'm not joking. At one point, there was 3 people waiting to speak to her about something, and all got something for her. And I think she dealt with somebody first of all, and then she dealt as another person I just thought of. And somebody else spoke to her. The next person was in line waiting. I think after the third one, I said, "Right, next." It's like taking a ticket. It was just amazing. So thank you so much for all the support. She's got loads of work on at the moment. She's so busy, but she's so grateful of it. So and we will see you at Revival. We will be at Revival. She has a table for that. If you see us anywhere outside of that before then, we're just there purely for a walk round. But no, she will be at Revival for both days. So again, if you're going to be there, we'll see you there for that one. Right, let's try and work out who was there and who wasn't very quickly. So as you walk in, Tootie and Darren McCowan. Great to see those guys again. Tootie's one of the we used to joke about it. We used to groom people on YouTube, but honestly, I cannot think of somebody who's got a bigger heart than Stu. I really can't. I mean, he's helped Claire a lot with a few things recently. He's talked her up on the channel about repairs. He's always treated me with, at an arm's length. He's given me some lovely things over the years. He's Stu's one of these people who, just one of the greats, really is. So he does this like I do. He doesn't do it for anything other than just sitting here and talking to people and sharing his interests with you. He's one of the nicest guys. Darren's fantastic as well. I've sweated down quite a few times. Brought his 2600 collection, which I think he sold a few bits of. Again, great time if you've got 2600. We've all missed out on that one. We could have bought them cartridges that were cheap ages ago. And they're all probably going through the roof at the moment because of popularity of that machine. Anyway, great to see those guys again. I think they had a really good day. Just going around the hall and from people that I remember seeing, Martin from Joypad Joy and Gaming, based in Netherton, a local trader, to that event. I think he had a good day as well. I think he sold game gear as well. Nice to catch up with Martin, a guy on the store. I'm not sure what your name was, my friend, but it was nice to meet you first time. I think he had a good day. Next to them was Jace from Get Gaming at Gornal. Great little shop if you've never been to that. I'll stick stuff in below, by the way. If I'm going to mention like 500 names of people during this video, I'll try and stick anybody who's got a link somewhere to them if they've got a shop or channel or whatever. So Jace was always there. Opposite him was Paul from Black Country T-shirts, who produces great quality material like this. The old Black Country retro gamer tea-towel. That's not branded for me, by the way. It's one he actually sells. He did a fantastic gift for who was it now? Clint, I think it was. Does a great line in retro print and stuff, T-shirts. I've mentioned Paul a number of times. I just didn't have a chance to catch. We always have a really good chinwag at these events, me and Paul, and I didn't get a chance to chat to him this time, which is a real shame. I think it's because he turned up reasonably late. He was quite late getting there and setting up, and I think he was the first person to leave as well. But I'm sure we'll catch again soon. I know he says he's got some more stuff for Claire. She's done some repairs for him, so we'll catch up with him again. Then Ant was running the hidden chest store with his daughter in the corner. And they got a big sort of L shape there, so he was doing that. Dana was on the other side because he got the Pokemon card table going, so they were there. Opposite us, more or less, was Fob. Great to see Fob, or Rob as he's more commonly known as. I like to call him Fobbert. It was lovely to see him again. I haven't seen him for a while, but nice to see him there looking well. I think he had a good day as well. He seemed to enjoy it, so that was good. I think he'd had a few too many the night before, But, well, when in Rome, but nice to see him. Opposite us, pretty much so, was Matt from Light Gun Gaming. He does all the events. 32,000 miles he did last year. He does all the events. He's at an event at Liverpool this week, which is a card trading event, and I think he's down in London in a couple of weeks' time. He'll be at Revival as well. I dare say he probably will be at Birmingham Gaming Market coming up. I dare say he'll be at Doncaster, because those are the next two, sort of three, London, Birmingham, Doncaster coming up in the next 6 weeks, I think, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. That's crazy. But yeah, Matt's there. We were bumping into Matt. Then again, didn't have a chance to catch up as much as we used to. Usually have done before, but good to see him again. Next week, Craig Turner. Craig doing Revival this year, of course, bringing it back. Good to see him and his good lady again. I know Craig to talk to, but Mrs. Bear knows him a bit more than I do, and that's the reason why she got a table at Revival and something like that. So Craig was there promoting his book, which I've got a copy of, which I haven't got to hand. We did get a copy of him last year. I must show that in a future video. But yeah, Revival 8th and 9th of June, I think it is. Wolverhampton Dunstall Park Racecourse. Again, I'll stick a link in the description below. But yeah, he was enjoying himself. Next to him was Mark from Sega Mags, who I've seen quite a few events now, and again, fantastic array of retro paper he's got. With paper, retro paper, I think we call it. If you, again, there's a video, I'll talk about something, pick some stuff up. They want to see the quality of the stuff. Really fantastic quality, considering the age of some of it. It's absolutely brilliant. And then next to us, when we had our table, we had Craig from Goodwin's Place, who was next to us last time, from Wales. Great, always great to catch up with Craig. He obviously does repairs as well, so he and Mrs. Bear were conversing and swapping tips, I dare say. Have I brought that with me? Have I left that downstairs? Oh, bollocks, I haven't, have I have, haven't I? I've picked it up and left it downstairs. I'm going to have to stop this in a second. And then we heard on Saturday that Mike, without further ado Retro, or commonly known as Big Mike, wasn't going to make it. So Craig offered the drive down from Wales to Bristol to pick Mike up and bring him up to the event. So great to see Mike there. He made it to the first one last year, and he was helping Craig out. Always good to catch up with Mike. He's a wonderful lad, really, really good, really bubbly personality. Always got time for a chat as well, so nice to see him, and hope we'll catch up with you again soon, probably in Revival as well. And then right next to us, the Abbott and Costello with the Retro Gaming World, Eddie and Dylan, Roller Core and Hyper Trigger X. Eddie's last ride, I think it was. I think he's done with selling out. I think he sold everything he needs to, and the rest of the stuff I think he's going to get rid of another way. Dylan said he might do a few events, possibly going forward. We'll have to see. But yeah, it's been great fun watching those guys, because we were there. Birmingham, obviously the last two Black Country markets as well. I know Eddie's done a couple in between as well, so it's strange to see him behind the table as such. But we were quite close together. It was like literally where I'm standing on the table, and then I was standing here, and Eddie was on my shoulder, sort of knocking him out of the way half the time. But yes, that was good. So those are the trailers. I'm just going to whiz downstairs and pick something up, and I shall return. One moment. I get everything prepared for this, and then something happens. Oh, before you go back upstairs, yes, okay, wait, and then stop. And I forgot what I'm doing. Sit down, have a drink. 10 minutes later, I'm back upstairs, and oh crap, I forgot that. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. So those are the people who are trading. There's quite a lot of people in there. There's probably about 18, 20 traders again, which is about the size you can get in that hall. And it was all the same, most of the same people from last time. A couple of new people. Craig Turner, obviously. Was one of them. Fob was the other one, I think. I think everybody else was there from before. But yeah, I mean, you know, as I said about the previous event, if these people hadn't come back, and if they, you know, weren't happy with the event last time around, then they wouldn't have come back. But they all came back, so it's great. And it's, you know, it's a nice little event, and yeah, really, really good fun, that. So yeah, I'm out of breath now. I'm back up downstairs. I'm getting old. That's what it is. I'm getting old. I'm trying to calm myself down and run around, and then sit down and start talking again. Yeah, don't get old, people. Well, I say don't get old, people, because my audience is old, but yeah, don't get any older. That's probably what I'm saying. Right, so who did we have? Who was there? Who turned up? Oh, they came from far and wide. They, you know, the first one we have people coming from all over the place. But this one, I think, you know, there's a couple of dedicated, committed people who've done probably about at least 4 to 5 hours travel to get to the event and then do that on the way home again. I hats off to you. I don't know how you do it. You know, after doing 8 hours of this on Sunday, we were exhausted. But I don't know how you're trying to do like a 10-hour round trip in a car and do an event at the same time. I don't know how people do it nowadays. And they're older than I am, or maybe younger. Some of them are older, some of them are younger. I don't know. Right. So who turned up? So we had in one car we had. Who did we have? We had Pete Fighter 2, or, you know, from TMV. Always lovely to see Pete. Again, probably didn't spend much time with people as I'd like to do because we were quite busy. So, again, you know, if it was a fleeting hello and a few words and that was it, I am sorry. Just one of those things. But yeah, second time I've seen Pete, and ironically, it's the same event as well. So it was good he made it. And Pete doesn't do YouTube anymore, but I'm sure if you saw his Instagram, you'll see what he got. And I know I was actually dead jealous of what he picked up. I really was. So I would spoil it if he's going to post it, but you know, that was great. Sean, Retro Games Revived. Yep, he's a regular around these parts now. But yeah, it's always good to catch up with Sean and get him to buy stuff from you. It was good. And David, Retro Games Played Badly. Was it second, third time now? I think I've met David. He's come down once for a game hunt, and I saw him at Doncaster at Doorway to Darkness, and then he's come down for this one. First time he's been down to this event. Yeah, just catching up and, you know, generally taking the mick out of each other with our dry Corsica wit, which is so always good to exchange some banter with these people. That's it. It's all in good nature. Okay, then we had James, Retro Import Gamer, again regular. Visit to these events. I've seen James quite a few times. He's been here before as well. He got a cracking 2600 game. Oh, I wish I'd seen it. Things with these events, I never get round to have a look properly. James was there, and I was dead jealous of what he got. Great copy of the game, so hope you have some fun with that. First time meeting Clint, Retro Rewind, who obviously big on the On Master System collection and other things he does with Lego. Again, links to everybody below. Nice of a chat again, probably not as long as I'd like to done, Clint, but it was great to meet you. Hope we get a chance to do that again very, very soon. Watch your latest video. Your daughter is a star in the making, mate. I don't know. Just watching her the other day on your video about the market. Yeah, she was. She's a little star. She's gonna be a big star one day, mate. She's got likes being in front of the camera, doesn't she? She likes that. But yeah, great. This is great to meet you finally. And then Phil from Crazy Epics was there. He come all the way from Norwich, I think. Possibly, maybe the longest journey of anybody we met that day. All the way from Norwich. I think he made a weekend of it. I think he came the day before. How brilliant was that? I mentioned Phil's channel a couple of weeks back. And it was great to meet him in person, have a proper chat. Again, not as long as I'd like to have done, but you know, hopefully one day again soon we'll be able to do that. It was great to meet you, and thanks for coming up and supporting the event. I know you were after a few bits, and I think your missus picked up something while we were talking and snuck it in the back of your rucksack while we were having a natter. But yeah, so great to meet you finally, and that's good. Retro Ed was there with his lad. Again, great to see Ed. Bought something from Mrs. Bear. Probably didn't get much time to talk as we'd have liked. Ed got some great mags from Sega Mag, so if you go across his channel, they'll be showing those off on there. But yeah, I mean, Retro Ed, what can I say about Retro Ed? He's one of the nicest, most kindest, most generous people who for me always seems to have time for everybody else and wants to help everybody else, and you know, absolute salt of the earth guy. He really is, and I do hope he makes it to Revival, because I don't think it would be the same without you. Everybody seems to be focusing on that at the moment this year, and I don't think it would be the same if you didn't make it, Ed, for at least just a day. You know, it would be a real shame if you weren't one of the people there, but it is what it is. But you know, what a great guy he is. Callum Retro Ghetto was there. I don't think Callum has been to this one before, so I think it was the first time he was there, possibly. I might be getting that wrong, but yeah, he was there. He spoke to Mrs. Bear mostly. Most people do, like they do. They just go, hello, yeah, I'm here, and that's it, and then go talk to Mrs. Bear. But that's fine, because I'm not there for anything else other than her. So I think he was asking about some mods that he was interested in getting done. So that would be great if she could do some stuff for him. But yeah, well, you know, Callum, one of the bigger, probably the bigger YouTubers of anybody that I sort of bump into on a reasonably regular basis. About 4 or 5 times I've bumped into him now. So, yeah, good to see him there. Nice to see him supporting the event. Colin Cox, who Mrs. Baird done some repairs for, saw him on, come round and said hello, and then saw him again on the way out. Colin, good to see you. Glad to hear the repairs have been going okay, and everything's working okay. I think she did some Amiga work for him, the 2600 as well, possibly. So yeah, so nice to see Colin. Darth Steve, who probably most of you, some people on Choose will know Steve probably, been on Choose for a lot longer than most of us, but yeah, great one myself. When did I meet you, Steve? Can't remember now. It was a while back. Well, did Dana's shop, wasn't it? I think Dana's shop opening. I'm pretty sure it was. Back in where was that? A couple of years ago now. I think I can't remember. Anyway, I can't remember when it was, but I think that's the first time I've bumped into Steve occasionally. Great to have a catch up and a conversation with him. I hope you made it home, because I think you haven't probably your car that day, so I hope you got home safely. But yeah, fantastic to see you, Steve. You're looking well, and yeah, lovely to catch up. It really was. That's what I love about these events. We all go for a bit of a social catch up. Craig's here again, who was there not selling. It's unusual to see him not selling stuff or behind the table. First event I went to, Craig was there with Jay Cybersnake selling stuff, and actually called me over to the table. But yeah, nice to have a conversation. And whenever I do see Craig and we have a moment to have a conversation, we do talk for about 10 minutes or so. Nice to bump into you again. Nice to see you on the other side of the table. Irony that you were buying stuff off Eddie, because it's usually the way around, isn't it? But there we go. Who else was there? Oh, yeah. My Kansas City Chiefs fan loving friend Steve from round here as well bought some plastic stands. I'm sure he enjoyed my video the other day, but yeah, no, it's always good to bump into you, my friend of the channel. I think I referred to you in the previous video, friend of the channel, Steve. So yeah, that's good to see you as well, mate. What we got here, Trev Rock and Roll. Look, Trev didn't come over and talk to us, but I saw his head. So yeah, Trev was there. Retro Roy came over and gave Claire something to repair as well. I think they pre-arranged that as well. So yes, that was good to see. I think Roy just started on YouTube. I think prior to the very first one, because when he came over to our table, and I said, oh, "You're Retro Roy, aren't you? I watched, just starting YouTube. I watched your video the other day." So that was, we're going back 12 months. He's doing pretty well for himself. So nice to see him supporting the local event. For certain people, we think, yeah, I wonder if they're going to be there today, and I half expected Roy to be there. That was good. Jason, John's Retro Kit's brother, was there as well. Good to see him again. With a few words outside, and I think he was talking to Mrs. Bear about possibly getting a Game Boy Advance done as well, something like that. But yeah, great to see you, Jason. Hope you're well, mate, and great to see you supporting the event in John's memory. Mike from Mally Club. I haven't seen Mike for ages. I haven't heard from Mike for ages because he's been too busy. But Mike, it was lovely to catch up with you outside and in and around, and nice to see you out and about again. We must catch up properly. We've got to do something proper, because you're fairly local to where we are, and it'd be nice to do that. And then last but not least, only because I just remember his name, I was writing it down and everybody else seemed to forget him, was Marcus, Dad and Lads Gaming. And Tommy came as well. And was utterly thrilled by all the old stuff that Marcus was obviously gushing over and ended up buying. But Marcus bought a bootful for Mrs. Bear. We were wondering how we were going to get all this home, because obviously we bought all our stuff with us, being our small car. How we get all this stuff home? Luckily, Ant said that he and Dana would take a box back to the shop. We'll pick it up next week. So managed to get all Marcus's stuff in the back of the car, so it made it back here safely, Marcus. That's a good thing. But first time I've met Marcus in person, and obviously seen him on YouTube. We've done a couple of streams together and bits and pieces. But fantastic to meet him, and what a wonderful guy. Great sense of humour. Really enjoying it, and yeah, I was just along that. And again, he come all the way down from Middlesbrough. It's a hell of a journey. It's probably about a 10-hour round trip as well. So, two people making giant journeys to come to a tiny, let's say tiny event, a small event. It's not the biggest of venues. It's in, the back of nowhere in a very, very small town in the Black Country. It's not it's not a big city. I'm just amazed so many people. So, once again, thank you so much for showing the support to Ant and Dane and all the traders that day. If you bought stuff, fantastic. If you didn't, we had a great time, even better. And more importantly, if we're going to do it again, I'm pretty sure we've done 3. I can't see why there wouldn't be another one. Do come along and support it. It's a cheap event to come into, and you'll find something for everybody. And I think that's what everybody comes out of that event saying. There are such a wide variance of stuff from all different eras and types, from your old stuff that we like to your modern stuff which young people like. God, I was talking to somebody at work the other day, and he said, "Oh, you're into all this old?" Yeah, I'm into all the old computers and stuff, mate. Yeah. He said, "Oh, yeah, I like it." He said, "So like the really old stuff." He said, "Yeah, so like do you remember when they used to have like wires on game pads?" What? They still have wires on game pads, don't they? I don't know. I know all this wireless stuff going on, but that's I have to remember I'm talking to half the time now. Didn't you know what Game Gear was? Anyway. Classic, the PS2 was really old. It's like, okay, this doesn't work, does it really? But then again, when you were young and you watch something like, a black and white film, you think, God, that was made about 40 years ago. It's really old, isn't it now? And then you sort of sit down, you start watching like Only Fools and Horses, and go, God, that was 40 years ago. Now, isn't that really old? Yeah. Anyway, maybe time moves on. So that's why I have to deal with on a daily basis, young people who don't understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, great event. Now, did I get anything? Yes. Not much though. In fact, you probably think I've been to a Steptoe and Son convention. Thanks, Nath. I'll use that one. Firstly, I got a gift from Goodwin, Craig Goodwin, Goodwin's place. He was selling cork coasters, which I think he'd used a burning device from his 3D printer, possibly. And he got different like retro gaming images on, but he actually did one here for me, which is actually fantastic. Did Mrs. Bear one with the Mrs. Bear's paw. Bears with Paul. So we got the I think as somebody described it, the now, and then the after Thanos has arrived one as well. Or now 10 years time maybe, I don't know, but yeah, that's brilliant. So I am going to stick that in the gaming pantry in my collection of coasters, because I've already got one here as well which Sean gave me ages ago, Commodore 64 one, so I'm going to stick one there. I've also actually got one with Sean on it, which is that one there, if you've seen Sean's videos. So I'm going to stick that on somewhere on the desktop here and use that. In fact, I shall tell you what I'll do, I'll stick it under my coffee now. There we go, lovely. So Retro Bear mug on a Retro Bear coaster. This is fantastic, isn't it? There's a brand developing here. So thank you for that, Craig. And I told you they would sell well. He was knocking them out dirt cheap. Didn't cost him a lot to buy the materials. And he was selling them, very, 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 very reasonably priced, and they flew out. They really did. So good idea that. I said that would sell. I wasn't half wrong. Right, mentioned him earlier. Stu Tootie gave me a gift as well. I wasn't expecting it. He just called me over and said, "You need this, don't you?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, I'll take out what's in it, and then you can have this." And I said, "Oh, right, okay. Is it all right?" "Yes, fine. What do you want for it?" "Nothing." "Oh, okay." He never takes anything, does he? He sold me something for £3 once. It was priced for £3. He took £1 off. I can't thank him enough for this. Anyway, you'll have noticed that I mentioned that I've had, what is it? I've got a blue one, a black one, and a red one, and I've got a white one. You must be wondering what I'm talking about. He's given me a box for me Wii, because I have the limited edition colour sets, and the one I don't have a box for is actually the white one. Can you believe that? I've got 3 Wiis that have cost me nothing, because one was a gift because we helped somebody move house. One I picked up from a car boot sale for £2, which was just the unit and the power supply and the sensor bar. And then one I bought from eBay for £6 as just a unit only, because it didn't work properly. When we got it here, it worked absolutely fine, and then got loads of stuff from the Super Nintendo stuff from the Wii store downloaded on it. But yeah, the one I didn't have boxed was the white one, unbelievably. So, as Stu said, it's what we would sort of say as an honest box. Needs a bit of a clean up, but he said that's fine. But yeah, that's brilliant. Stu, thank you so much indeed for that, and I can now put them all together in the cupboard out of the way and never play on them. That's fantastic, that. Really, really nice, and to actually just take the Wii out of the box and sell it loose and give me that was just fantastic. Got all the, I'm not going to open it, it's got all the innards in there and everything like that, so that's really wonderful. Thank you once again, Stu. You are too good to me. And then finally, right at the very end, yes, I noticed Fob was packing up the stall. And Mike said, he said, what do you want for them, Rob? You know, and Rob went over and took them what they were, and he said, yeah. And I had my eye on this all day. He got something on his store, and I thought, oh yeah, I must get that before I go. If I'm going to buy something, I'm going to buy that. And luckily, it was still there right at the very end, and I nearly missed it. I thought, if Mike hadn't spoken up, I'd have probably just carried on and gone home, and then think, oh God, I could have got that. So I said to Rob, I said, oh yeah, you still got that one. I said, what do you want for it? So he did me a deal on it. I won't reveal that what it is because I don't do that. And I just want to put this because I want to stick it up just behind me here. I think it's going to probably go here below Dave. I can't replace Dave, can I? But probably about here in the background, and this is the right place for it. And I actually had the camera on earlier on it, and I thought, yeah, it actually looks really good. And it might detract from what's obviously going on the screen. So for what I paid for it, I've got one of these, I think they call them, it's like an arcade topper, but I ain't got a machine for it. It's probably too big for it anyway. But I'm a wrestling fan, so I had to get this, which is WrestleFest, the old Technos arcade game. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. I mean, Father got all these all different arcade games. I mean, there was the Star Wars trilogy one, the Sega one. There was the one for the new Turtles game that came out on the Switch, etc. I think that Mike got. There's some other ones as well. Quite a few people bought these, and I think they're brilliantly priced and just nicely. They look nice. That shines really nice on the camera. In fact, it actually looks better on the camera. The light on it, and I said that behind me is quite good. So yeah, I shall stick that up behind me. There we go. It's quite big, isn't it? It's quite big, that. But I think I'm pretty sure it's metal. It is metal. Looks metalish. I don't know. But yeah, it's nicely done and very not flexible at all. It's quite rigid. So yes, I got that for a very nicely agreed deal. So that'll go behind me, and it'll just balance on the end there in front of the Wii games. So I'm sure some people say it's an improvement. So that was it. So yeah, so I got a box and a bit of metal. Yeah, like I've been to a scrapyard for the weekend. Not quite, but anyway. Yeah, so that is it. There's nothing else for me to add on that. It was a good day out. It was a good day out. I mean, other people have done videos. Again, I'll stick all these descriptions below. You'll be able to peruse those at your heart's content. Some people have done videos. Some people will do videos. Some people won't do videos. But yeah, just a good day out was had by all. Really good event. I mean, it was cold. Yes, it was freezing cold. But you know, we didn't care. We didn't care. We had a great day. Everybody did really well. It's good fun. Hopefully there'll be another one soon. And speaking of there'll be another one soon, there's been another one of these videos along soon. I'm pretty sure of it in the very, very near future. But for now, that's me done. If you were at the show, let me know. If you weren't at the show and you want to know what it's like and all that, then do get in contact. If you're going to any shows this year, do let us know. Like I said, for us, the next one I think at the moment is going to be Birmingham, which is the first, I think it's the 6th of April. It's a Saturday. They've moved the dates to Saturday now rather than Sunday. But I'm off work that week. So chances are, if we're not doing anything, I probably will be there. I tend to make a late decision on Birmingham. I don't know why, I just tend to do. Because no one actually said to me they're going to Birmingham this year. Usually I get a lot of people saying, I'm coming, but I know some people can't make it. Doncaster's the one after that, which I think is the 11th of May. It's 5 weeks later. Not sure about that one either as well. I mean, it's only a couple of hours up the old motorway. It's not a million miles away. It's not inaccessible. And I think quite a few people tend to go to that one. I've never been to Doncaster. And obviously, then we've got Revival coming up. So it's quite a busy time coming up. I know there are other markets. London, I know, it's coming up in a couple of weeks. But obviously, I won't be going to that one. So, yeah, potentially Birmingham, very likely to attend. Doncaster, I'd have to see possibly who's going, because I know it's a big sort of social get-together more than anything else. And then, of course, Revival, which is the weekend, which I think is going to be the event this year. No doubt about it. I think a lot of people focusing on that one. And we should be there for that one. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go and do something else now. Thanks for your company. It's been great. And I'll see you again very soon. But until then, bye for now.